Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for June 9th. We are looking at the US Japanese yen. This particular pair, if you caught the last video, definitely hit our mark. It went from our low here, and our window of opportunity did close at a profit, which was a very nice trade. Now, looking ahead for tomorrow or into this next session, we're currently looking for this pair to move potentially as high as 99.30. Possibly as low as 96.50. Look for some resistance at 98.19. Look for some support around 96.80. This pair is currently moving sideways with a bias that is sideways as well. Now switching to the Euro USD pair, this particular pair closed up today. It's moving sideways, biased to sideways currently. We're looking for this pair to potentially move as high as 142.07. Possibly as low as 137.57. Look for some resistance around 141.61 and look for some support around 140.04. Now switching to the pound US dollar pair, this pair moved higher during this last session, closed up, moving sideways though, and the bias is sideways currently. We need a break above this high, a close above that high to really look for a new trend, a new strong move up to the upside. Now we are looking for this pair to potentially move as high as 164.92, possibly as low as 158.58. Look for some resistance around 164.33 and look for some support around 161.66. Now switching over to the US Swiss, this particular pair closed lower today. During this last session, it is moving sideways, so with a bias that is still sideways. We're currently looking for it to potentially move as high as 10867, possibly as low as 107.05. Look for some resistance around 10832 and look for some support around 1.0744. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? We'll actually get to that in just a second. We do have, going into this next session, we have the New Zealand rate decision being released at 5 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Consensus is they're going to hold rates at 2.5% or 2.50%, and that's what the consensus is that they're going to hold. Now, the pound has their GDP estimates for May being released at 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time. There's no consensus currently. The past month's GDP estimate was at negative 1.5%. As far as what I'm looking at during this next session, if you notice, our pound has a swing trade that was created during this last session. A swing trade setup. So looking for a potential buy at the break of this trend line. If that does occur, look for it to move up to this resistance point. And if it does that, of course, we'll gain all of this move, which is roughly around 150 pips worth of movement. Now, I'm going to use a 100 pip stop loss. So if the market does move that high, tag this and then pull back, at that point be stopped out at 100 pips. However, I'm looking for it to move higher. It could definitely hit this within one session. Most likely, though, it'll take the next 2 sessions or so. But that's what I'm looking for the pound to do over this next session. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.